It is I, the Artrix. I am indeed a human being that exists on this plane of existence. So yeah, you're listening. Well, yeah, you can never be too sure about these Artrixes. They make things up all the fucking time, especially about their own existence. So yeah, we have for you another episode of Rothingham, the world's least professional podcast on the entire podcast. We have, surprise, surprise, Astra with us today.
Hi, I'm playing Overwatch.
Yes, so actually there's a topic that I want to talk with you about, Astra. Because, yes, well, we're obviously gonna have to discuss the new map, which you are playing right now.
Yeah, I am actually.
Yes. Also, we got Xaverius, who's maintaining his record of being the most present co-host, except for me, of course. Because I was sort of in episode 100, but not really.
Look, I think we need to clear up the term of co-host, because you can't be co-host by definition. Because you
I
are
am the host, yes.
Therefore, you cannot be the co-host.
So yeah, but in that episode, I was a co-host, so I guess it makes kind of sense. And we got with us Sekele. And we got SanyaWaffles from the United States of America.
I was born with an M16 in my hand.
Exactly. So yeah.
No. I don't know what that is. It's some kind of AR-15.
I guess it's made of AR-15s.
That's an excellent answer.
Yeah, it's just a type of weapon. They just want you to. That's what the rest of the world thinks. They want you to think we're just born with a weapon in our hands and we know how to shoot from day one.
Wait, you don't know how to shoot from day one?
I don't. I don't know if it's a birth defect or not.
I'm
look into it.
I mean, it's the same as video.
Considering how human reproduction works, you are the bullet.
Wait, you are the bullet?
Yes.
The bullet.
Yes.
But how?
Because sperm goes sploosh.
Ah.
Actually, for you to be conceived, the bullet needs to hit the target.
So you have to hit. Well, it all makes sense. I mean, Cervix is kind of shaped like a bullseye, and yes. Oh. So yeah, last week was actually.
Trust me on this ethics. I'm a gender.
You are a gender.
Yes, a gender.
But are you only one?
Of course, I'm only one ethics.
But they said there's more than two genders. Now you're going even one step beyond and saying there's only one.
Yeah.
Well, obviously now we need to know. So which gender is the only gender that exists?
Me.
Well, there we go. My gender's me. Well, what's your gender, Astra?
Yes.
It's my gender.
But that's incorrect because that implies that there's
Stop
more
being
than one.
My gender is. Let me get a boneless pizza and a 2-liter of Coke. That's my gender.
Wait, boneless pizza?
Yes.
I
You've never heard of boneless pizza?
No, I've heard about boneless chicken. He's one of my favorite Count Chicken characters.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too. But boneless pizza, they always put bone on mine. I always have to ask those, like, can you not put bones on that shit?
Oh, that's a really big problem in today's society. You go to pizza place and you're like, can I have a pizza? And you get the pizza and it's like just You know, the crust is made out of bones, and so is the dough, and the toppings, everything. It's almost like they took someone's urn, and they just took the ashes out, and they just baked it. And they're like, what the fuck, man? I don't want this. I don't want bony pizza like this. And then they're like, stop whining. Why are you whining so much? Just eat the goddamn pizza. Just to eat it. It's good for you. It's got a lot of calcium.
Those are pretty good when you are making a soup.
You mean calcium or pizzas? Or both?
About soup, that bones are pretty good if you are making soup.
How is it good when you're making soup? Explain this one to me. I'm Bill O'Reilly now. You can explain that.
You know, most bones have some remnants of meat on them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them even have marrow inside of them. So basically, when you cook them inside a soup, you know, with vegetables and all that other shit, add some taste to it. And of course, you can always suck the marrow out afterwards.
But that sounds like the bones are pretty fresh and not like the kind of bones you'd have when you take an urn and you take out the crushed bone that's been well cremated.
Of course not. I mean, you should always use fresh ingredients.
Well,
Yeah.
this cremation is just a really hardcore barbecue.
It's also part of the colonial powers that be, because today in this good old country of the Netherlands we celebrate. We quote
Can you
sell.
barbecue a bee?
I'm pretty sure you can barbecue bee. I doubt it will be a very fulfilling meal, but
A
just sure.
barbecue.
And now that I think of it, I can now imagine like the Steinfeld bee from the Bee movie being barbecued, and it's a very pleasant image.
Well, all I need to do is get that, you know, metal rod.
You're roboting pretty hard.
It's the bees, man.
Yes, it's the bees. And anyway, today in this part of the world, we celebrated that there are a lot of people died during wars, and we do that by all standing on the central square in Amsterdam and be silent for two minutes. We just stand there in STFU for 2 minutes, and then we're good for another year. It's like, yeah, okay, we remembered that shit was pretty tough, so now we can go and I don't know, play video games. But this year, someone had this brilliant idea of, well, you see, the current the Netherlands is patriarchal and oppressive and whatnot, so they're all doo-doo heads. So I'm going to go to the central square and I'm going to scream while everyone is silent and paying respects to the dead, and it's going to be very peachy and no one's going to object to it. So being the bright soul that he was, he went to the square and then he started to scream. But to his surprise, it turns out that it was a few minutes to 8 instead of 8 o'clock when the silence actually happens. So he got arrested for being an idiot. He probably gets like a slap on the wrist or something. But he got arrested for being an idiot. And he didn't even actually disturb the, peaceful commemoration of the war victims. So yeah, that happened. And tomorrow we're basically going to celebrate that in theory we're a very free country that's very free. We're going to celebrate all the freedoms we used to have.
I don't have any.
Sorry, what was that, Xaverius? You roboted.
But don't have anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because you used to have.
Yeah. So
we
we're...
are doing the voting on the 8th.
Oh,
By
okay.
not going to work.
Oh, so it's a bank holiday.
I have bank holiday on Monday.
Your face is a Monday.
It
Is
is.
it?
I hate Mondays. I hate my face. I hate your face.
Are you
But-
Garfield?
I also hate my face, Astra. I know your pain.
But the real question is, whose face is hated more?
Hitler's.
Yeah, well, Hitler is hated pretty universally. I mean, I don't really like him. He's like, I don't know.
Pretty popular in the Middle East.
Of course, because he did a thing about Jews, and they really don't like Jews over there. You can
They generally just don't like anybody who is in the Middle East.
that too. It's almost exactly the same thing as what the Nazis
I
tried
mean,
to do.
Jews are Middle East, but they are not Middle East enough.
Well, they're kind of like they're kind of like that housefly that invaded your house and is just sitting there, and you want it to go away, but you can't really do much about it.
Well, not back then. Well, look, Jews have big noses, Arabs have big noses. Same thing to me.
Well, then that means that they should have something in common. You know,
Big
something. Yeah. Well, not just big noses, but hooked noses. Yes. I mean, I got a big nose. Doesn't make me Jew.
Citation needed.
Jeez.
What? It's true.
It's not a big nose, it's a Roman nose.
Oh, okay. So what you're saying is that I should become a Roman?
Wait. Are you saying that the Romans were Arabs?
No, I'm saying that
I can't wait for the medieval POC temple to hear this and make an article about it.
6 reasons why.
Source Radio Rothingham. Most progressive podcast.
Well, we are obviously the most progressive podcast. I mean, well, yeah, we're very progressive. I mean,
Yes.
yes. I mean, we hold such horrible classical liberal views. Most of us. It's so. Oh wait, that's not progressive anymore, isn't it? It's kind of went. It kind of went out of fashion these days.
If you don't believe that all white babies must have their throats slit right after they are born, you are a Nazi.
Isn't that? No. That's not true. And here's why: the Nazis usually did the whole thing after they were born. Like well after. And yeah. That's one of the reasons why I kind of hate it. Just saying. But yeah, in order to use virtual signal, yeah, the Nazis bad. They're really bad. Hear me virtual signal the shit out of it. Anyway, that was a little little story to open the episode. Not like I said, it's not a whole lot happened last week. It's kind of a dull week, to be honest. So yeah, we did that, and tomorrow we're basically just sort of gonna party, but oh well. So yeah, what other topics do we have to discuss? Also, I'm drawing Suzy for the Little Witch Academia. Is it just me, or are most of you either AFK or having connectivity issues? Because yeah. Oh, Astra, you there? Oh, there we go. It's just Discord deciding to shit. to go to shit. GG Discord, G fucking G. And I'm just gonna wait until the whole thing goes back up again. Ah, there we go.
Oh,
Or-
what happened there?
Yes.
I think there's Discord issues.
Yeah, this Discord.
I just, yeah, me too. Oh, and an update's ready.
You
And-
just
Good
picked the
going,
best
Discord.
program to have, Artrix, that's all.
Anyway, so now that we're back, basically we didn't really miss out
Now
too
that we're
much.
back, he said as the disconnect sound played.
Lol. Anyway, I was asking if, well, since Astra's here and since he usually drops out after 30 minutes. No, actually, we can't hear you, Sekele.
Oh, okay, weird.
Yeah, Discord goofed up badly. Yeah, try like closing out Discord entirely and getting back to Discord.
Well,
Being a little autistic today, isn't it?
it kind of is. Anyway,
By its existence. This is nothing new.
so Astra, let's bring up the following topic. It's a very important topic that everyone should know about.
It is, yeah.
Also, Sekele is back, but I'm not sure if he can actually speak or hear us.
Oh.
But yeah, but yeah, here's a sweet little topic we can talk about.
Can we talk about it?
Yes, I'm trying to.
What
Oh,
is
no,
this
rude.
topic?
Well, first I'm gonna see.
See, you know that.
Yeah, we got a lot of C over here. Right, so server settings. Let's switch to Western Europe.
What more like server C?
Okay, we should all be on a different server now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, I'm not sure what Sekele is doing, but since this doesn't really concern Sekele anyway,
He doesn't count. He's not a person.
yeah, he's not a person. I unpersoned him. So yeah, new map in the Overwatch. Hooray!
Yay.
Yes. Actually, I'm kind of surprised how quick they were releasing this new map, considering that it's not that long ago since they released the Blizzard World map, which, in my home opinion, is kind of it's an alright map, but it's also the one that's thematically like yeah, it's all over the place. So it all feels,
Which game did they steal this map from?
I don't know. It seems like it's based on Italy. Is that a game? Is Italy a game?
Mario.
Oh, so yeah, they stole the map from Super Mario, obviously. And
But they did steal the moon gravity thing.
you mean that one section in the one map where there's low gravity?
Yep, because that's what Lawbreakers did.
That-
They had maps with one section with low gravity.
That's nothing new, Xaverius.
Well,
Like
Have you
low.
seen the promotional materials for Lawbreakers? It was the literally only thing they had on there because, you know, they tried to do something new.
Xaverius,
They did too many new things, Artrix.
low gravity.
I think it was the transgender bathrooms that did them in. No, really, that was in the game.
But low gravity maps have been a staple thing of games for a long time. I mean, I remember playing
There was
a
one
lot
in
of
Quake.
yeah, and one in
The very first Quake, it was a secret level. I mean, it's nothing new.
and then there was one in
Okay, I think you didn't get it. I think I failed here to explain this properly. I think I failed to stress how unique and new this feature in Lawbreakers was.
You're saying that the feature is that it's it's a section on the map where the gravity is low.
It's not even an entire map. It's just a section of it.
That the same was the case in the Unreal Tournament map that I was referencing. It also had like sections of the map that had low gravity and others were high gravity.
I don't know. I didn't play Unreal Tournament, but lots of games had modes in them where you could just turn off the gravity and it was fun. The point is that I'm making is that this original feature was not original, but I don't think you got it. I don't think I over-exaggerated enough for you, thick skulls, to get this.
No, I don't get your point. You're basically saying this game had, various levels of gravity, and Overwatch had a level with various degrees of gravity, so therefore...
It had only 2 levels of gravity. Gravity
yes.
And no gravity.
Yes, that's nothing new, especially in a
yes,
fucking
it's nothing
moon.
new, Artrix, god fucking damn it! Can you understand? I was being sarcastic.
I think
You're
sarcastic.
Yeah, you're making an anthill out of a molehill.
Yes. I'm making an intel out of molehill.
Yes.
Hear me now, or should I restart again?
No. We can
Restart
actually hear you now.
But
So.
we start again anyway.
But yeah, we didn't actually talk about anything except that Xaverius thinks that one section in one of Overwatch's maps is basically copy pasted from another game, even though anti-gravity sections have been staple thing in gaming for a long
Okay,
time.
Alex, either you are being sarcastic right now or you didn't get it. In which case you probably didn't get that donkey.
I don't get what's to get. You're saying this game has low gravity sections. Overwatch has one level with low gravity sections, therefore Overwatch has stolen that concept from the other game, even though the whole concept of low gravity sections have been in games for long as...
Yes, exactly, that's my entire point. The fact that I'm saying it was stolen is the sarcasm. It's like saying that's like saying Robin Hood stole bow and arrows from Hanzo.
Yes. Because Hanzo obviously stole the arrows from Robin Hood.
They stole from each other, actually.
He went to Robin Hood and he was like, I am Hanzo. I'm going to steal your arrows now. And Robin Hood is like, who the fuck are you?
And where's my arrows and bows?
Also, are you rich? And Hanzo's like, I don't believe in such frivolous pursuits. Though I am obsessed with having this entire family empire that consists of a big-ass mansion and stuff.
And Robin Hood was like, me too.
Wait, Robin Hood had mansions and shit?
Well, according to some versions. I mean, have you seen the movie with Kevin Costner?
No.
He used to be a lord, but then it was all taken away from him when he was in the war in Iraq.
In the war in the Iraq.
In the Iraq, yes.
Yes. No, I haven't seen that, but that sounds like some.
He met Morgan Freeman there.
That sounds like something Russians would do. Anyway, anyway, to say,
Russians, they always do these.
They hack it.
And at the end, there's Sean Connery.
I'm pretty sure that Russia is hacking Radio Rothingham right now. Like right this instance, they're hacking so hard.
But are they hacking Kevin Costner?
They probably are. I mean,
there's those sounds. Who is sniffing?
That's Astra. She's sniffing.
Astra, stop having Ebola.
Sorry.
Well,
I'm supposed to actually hear that.
Anyway, Astra.
Hi.
So since you're playing the new Rialto map right now, like
Actually,
right.
I'm playing Hanamura.
Oh. But you played it a second ago.
Look, it's Overwatch. You always end up playing Hanamura.
Right,
well, obviously, you always... there's a wide variety of maps these days, but you always end up playing on
yes,
Hanamura.
the ratio for that thing processing is like 70%.
Exactly. Anyway, what is your initial impression
What
of
is your problem?
What is my problem? My problem is that they nuked Junkrat.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
so now she actually needs to aim.
I know, right?
That's terrible. They should ban this from games.
Yeah.
Just play it on console.
Speaking of not being required to aim, so apparently they're also nerfing Symmetra. Well, not nerfing. They're just they're just completely reworking. They're completely reworking the character. Like she's gonna be. No.
No. Is she semi-out now? Does she have AR-15 Artrix?
Yes.
Good.
Anyway, Astra, you were saying.
One.
You were saying, Astra.
Well, it's not so much as a rework, but the first round was she was given 2 ultimates kind of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of a rework, but not that.
Not so much.
They basically just said, okay, her current kit kind of works, but we're going to add a ultimate. The big shit.
One ultimate is for tech support, and the other one is for scamming money from people.
Yes.
It's like legit tech support during the day. During the evenings, it's that fake tech support.
Yeah, that's literally it. Like in the afternoon, she's like, oh yeah, I'll support you. Here's a teleporter that gets you back to the fight real quick, like, and everyone's like, everyone's like, thank you, Symmetra. You're very helpful. You're very helpful Indian lady.
Not completely useless.
You're not completely useless. And she's like, well, you're welcome. I'm tech support. I'm very helpful. But during the evenings, she's like, here, have a shield generator. And everyone's like, for fuck's sake, Symmetra, you don't just need a shield generator. It's like, well, you're gonna have to do it, shield generator anyway. And here's the real kicker. The reason she puts down the shield generator is because it literally siphons the life force out of everything around it. So even though you think you're getting more
shields do.
Yeah. So you think you're getting more shields, but in reality, it's just sucking out your life force and tacking it on as generating health. So you think you're getting more HP, but in reality, you just have exactly.
You think you do, but you don't.
Yeah. In reality, you just get the exact same amount of HP, and she's just creating the illusion.
She's skimming you out of health.
Yes, this is also converting some of the health into Bitcoin, which he then uses to, I don't know, to build to build her SM.
Sounds like a pretty worthless ability to me.
Which one? Oh, now to be fair, I was exaggerating. What the shield generator actually does is it adds 75 HP to every character that's within range. So
75.
Yes. So yeah, and that's
half a shot.
No, that depends. In Paladins, it's the skills are a bit different. But in Overwatch, 75.
Look at it. When I say shot, I mean auto. Which means the basic, the one that you do with click.
Well, Soldier's basic attack, which is kind of like the baseline, I guess, is like 19 per shot. So, you can absorb a few shots from Soldier when the shield generator is equipped. And also it regenerates after, I think, 3 seconds of not being hit. So, you also got...
It might be a problem with Soldier, though.
Yeah. So it's imperative that you kill him as fast as you can, because otherwise he just keeps shooting you.
Did you know that if you kill enemies, you win?
Yes. Except when you're not on the payload.
I imagine that's the kind of tech support that Symmetra would do.
She's like...
Just really helpful tips.
Okay, so you're on the phone, it's like ring. Symmetra reporting. Symmetra, I got this problem. She's like, okay, what is it? I got these people on my on my objective. What do I do about it?
I said killing them.
Yeah, have you ever considered killing them? But I'm staunchly anti-killing. And it's like, I'm actually never sorry. But that sounds retarded.
Then stay on the freaking payload.
Yes. then I have bad news. You're probably retarded, and you probably deserve to have your payload taken.
You need to buy a new payload.
Yeah, or you can buy a new payload from the Viscar Corporation.
Your payload is outdated.
Yes, you should upgrade to a new payload with blackjack and hookers. But anyways, so before we resume on the whole Symmetra thing, because there are a few things to be said about it. So yeah, the New Rialto map is basically the Retribution map, but during the day, and it's got a few
It's
tweaks.
high noon.
Yes, it is literally high noon on that map, I guess. So yeah, because
Obviously, all McCrees should have their ulti permanently charged.
yes, which actually the last time I played on that map, it kind of seemed to be the case. Like the McCree was just constantly high nooning, and I was Brigitte, and I was like, hey, I am a Swedish, and I don't like you using the higher noon, so I shield.
Yeah.
So here's the IKEA shield.
You need to assemble yourself.
And once he was done Heineken was like, here, eat some Swedish meatballs from the IKEA, only 10 kronor, which is like €1, and then that shut the McCree down, because he was like, God dang, those are some tasty meatballs right there. I'm Texan, even though I'm actually not.
Icy meat boy.
You touch my meatball.
Well, in case of McCree, it would probably be more akin to would touch my meatballs. I'm McCree. It's high noon, or no, actually it's more like 4:50. But you get the basic concept, the basic
That's
gist
what
of
it
what.
says on his business card.
Yes. You know, hi, I'm McCree. My profession is high nooning. It says here right on my business card. If you look right there, it tells you the time. It's
Some people will moon you, he will high moon you.
yes. Anyway, so yeah, I have to say it is a pretty fun map. Much better than Blizzard World, which was kind of
Oh, yes, Alex. Blizzard World sounds like it's about Blizzard.
it is about Blizzard, and you know it's very explicit throughout the entire map. So if you're not really into Blizzard all that much, then that map's just gonna seem like a big circle jerk. It's like, oh yeah, remember this Blizzard game? We got a reference for this game in this map.
Wow, your guys are robotic, like, big time.
Robotic.
Yeah, you're all roboting. So am I, apparently.
Yes. We barely heard a single thing you said.
Oh, but you can hear me now.
I can hear you now. I
Yes,
think
it was-
we're just having an autistic fit right
Yep.
now.
Anyway, and as I was saying, so you got the Blizzard World map, which is basically like one big circle jerk. So you like playing the map, and Blizzard is like, oh, you remember that Blizzard game that you like? Well, you know, in this map there's a reference to the game that you like. Don't you like it? I'm like, no, because I don't play Blizzard games except for Overwatch. And then the map's like, well, it doesn't say anything because it's a map, but you get the point. But this map is like, oh, this is a place that I've actually been to. I've actually been to Venice, and it looks like Venice, except it's 60 years in the future, which is kind of neat, I guess.
So it's completely sunken.
You'd think that, but no. It's pretty much still. But look, it's Venice in the year 2070. In the faraway future, we obviously have the technology to basically, you know, build it in space, and then people can go to space to visit Venice as, you know, the way it was, the way we remember it to be. That's basically what I like to you know, that's my personal headcanon about the map. Do not steal.
It's 1-to-1 scale model of Venice, including the robot llama.
No. I've got even better. It's basically, you know, even the game doesn't acknowledge it, but I got this shit figured out. So It's essentially a theme park in Japan where they completely rebuilt things like Amsterdam and Venice.
And the entire Japan.
Yes. But then the actual Venice sunk, and then Italy just claimed ownership of Venice in Japan, so it became actual Italian territory.
The problem started when the Japan.
Not really, because here's what happened. So Japan was like, look.
Problem started when the Japan theme park made their own Japan theme park inside of it, and
Yeah, exactly.
Started going recursively.
So they basically just swapped land. They were like, oh, okay, Japan, you can have, what was formerly Venice. You can have this land now. This is now Japanese territory. But in exchange, we want this Venice-style theme park. We want it to be, proper Italian sovereign land. That's Italy. So they signed a treaty, and now Italy is in Japan. Well, at least the part that's, Venice. Well, Japan has a bit of Italy that's now underwater, but, they can have their Godzilla fights over there.
Japan is used to being underwater.
That too. They were like, well, we're used to being...
Oh, too soon.
We're used to...
I know, right? It's a fucking island. It's been only several million years since it departed from the land.
Yeah, so Japan is like, oh yeah, we're used to being in the water anyway, so not much has changed. Well, we can work with this, sure. So yeah, ever since Japan is now in Italy, and vice versa. So yeah, imagine being in Italy and you want to go to Venice. Well, you'd have to get in an airplane, fly all the way across the planet. And then you're in Japan, then you travel down to Venice, and you're like, okay, well, I guess I'm in Venice now. And then you can have your goddamn pizza in the faraway year of 2070. Also, you're probably gonna get killed by a bunch of Omnics, but that's okay.
Okay, so Japan apparently departed from the landmass about anything from 10 to 20 million years ago.
Oh, that sounds about right. I mean, these...
I thought you were referring to the fact that I said too soon because I thought you were referring to the fact it keeps getting hit by earthquakes and tsunamis.
Hey, that's their fault for existing.
Also, that happens every other Tuesday in Japan. I mean, the only reason the Fukushima thing got any kind of notoriety is because the nuclear reactor meltdowned it.
Yes. Look, that's just how the world punishes them for animes.
I mean, you know what the in America, whenever there's like a big disaster, like a nuclear strike or like a tornado. I mean, those are completely on the same level, right? So
Yes.
so you're at home.
Actually, there's some logic to what you said. There was a guy named Theodore Fujita who actually, you know the whole Fujita scale that America used for the longest time.
Vegeta scale.
He based it on, he actually did his research on studying atomic blast in order to see if and he noticed there were some similarities with not the heat, but like the force was very similar to that of a tornado. So yeah, there is some logic to what you just said.
No, but what I was referring to was the EAS system. So in America,
Emergency alert system.
Yeah.
That.
so in America, you're just watching TV because that's what you do in America, and then all of a sudden you hear this really really harsh sound, like it sounds like a modem, because that's literally what it is. It's a modem sending data in the form of sound waves. So you hear all this scrambled noise and this big bleep, and it's very harsh, and then you hear like Microsoft Sam narrating the entire situation. It's like, I am Microsoft Sam, here to tell you that there is a tornado in your area. You should probably seek out shelter now. Seek out shelter now, or you will be dead.
That's pretty apt. I'll give you that.
Also, your mom gay. Oh fuck, I should have cut that from the script. Oh well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Your dog gay. LOL, LOL. And then it cuts out, so you're sitting there, oh fuck, there's a tornado coming into my area. And also
my dog is gay.
Yeah, my dog is gay. My day couldn't get any worse. Now imagine
Well,
this.
it makes sense. The water is making the frogs gay, and then the dogs eat the frogs, and then they become gay themselves.
Yes. So
We're all
imagine.
connected in the great circle of life.
So
The gay circle of life, indeed.
in Japan, there's a big tsunami coming. Coming up. They detected the big
Ordinary
earthquake.
Friday.
So what they do, you have a TV show. It's like, oh my god, it's so kawaii. This guy is so funny. XDDD, and then instead of a harsh voice sound and like data being transmitted over in sound form, instead you hear like ding 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 ding. Just to inform you, dear citizen, there is a kawaii hurricane coming away. It's very kawaii.
Good guy.
It's very kawaii. Don't get me wrong. It's a very cute tsunami. Okay, but you probably should get into the land, away from the water, because even though the tsunami looks very kawaii, it's very cute. Look at the tsunami. It's so cute, so kawaii. But you should probably.
Artrix, the problem is that tsunamis are usually tsundere.
Yeah, that too.
It's not like I really want to get close to you, Baka. It's not like I want to pull the tide in like 15 miles before sending a, fucking wave right into your house, Baka.
So yeah, the way the Japanese warn their citizens for impending doom is very different from what they do in the US.
Your how you did it was very apt. Again, I'll give you that. You should totally voice all these emergency alert things.
Yeah, because it's not a text to speech program they use. It's just a guy that sounds like a text to
Artrix
speech.
speech program.
Yes, I mean, even if it's a message directly
Text,
from the
wait, text to Artrix.
yes, instead of text to speech, it's text to Artrix. So let's just say that Kim Jong Un, he has a change of heart and he's like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna do it, and he launches a nuke to like Alaska because there's so many people living there. So he fires a nuke to Alaska. They have to send a message to me and just pray that I'm not asleep at that moment, especially since Alaska. And they're like, oh, Artrix, we need you to narrate this EAS. And like, can't you do that yourselves? And like, you're the EAS.
They're like, Nibba, you're the only one who can do this. You have the voice for it.
Oh, and then
we had asked Xaverius, but he says he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, first they go to Xaverius
What are we talking about?
about sending an EAS in the United
Emergency
States.
alert.
Yeah. It's like you're sitting at home, just chilling, and then you were watching Bray's Face. It was a very exciting episode where Sharon Spitz was.
It's like USA is under danger. I'm like, and
So yeah, an EAS hosted by Xaverius would be like, yeah, and what's your problem?
you're gonna die.
Just die in a fire.
Just lay on the ground and wait until it's done.
Well, you know what they taught the kids in the 50s? Duck and cover. Duck and cover. Just,
Which would absolutely do
Look,
absolute
Alex,
jack
it's scientifically proven that helps against nuclear strikes.
Well, yeah, if you're, if you have your hands over your head, hiding under your
Hands
desk.
over your head. Wait
Yes.
a moment.
Well, you have to protect your skull, obviously, against that mean nuclear explosion. And as long as you're under the desk, you'll be fine. I mean, in the Iron Giant, they showed me that if you just hide under a desk, the nuclear explosion will basically just shy away and
Yeah, it's very shy.
yeah. I guess he'll.
It's a Sundra nuclear.
Mhm.
It's not like I want to irradiate you and blow you up and incinerate everything within 50 miles. Baka.
But that's kind of what you're doing, nuclear explosion. That's kind of what you're doing. Stop doing it. I can't love you like this. And then the explosion, like, do I have to change? Yes. You have to be less explodey and more contained, so we can use it for power. It almost sounds like a nuclear reactor. Almost. Anyway, but I think.
Sounds very reactionary.
Oh yeah. Nuclear explosions are usually pretty reactionary. Like Gamergate.
Oh.
Don't die.
No, you.
Yeah, please don't die.
I'm gonna fucking die just to spite you.
Okay, well, then die.
GG.
Not now, I don't have time.
Okay. Anyway, I think this all spawned from this discussion about, oh yeah, the new map in Overwatch.
Yes. Oh, on that topic, I wouldn't eat meatballs from IKEA. I heard they are sweet.
Swede or sweet?
Yes.
Oh, both. Okay, gotcha. Well, sweet
He got the joke.
sweet meatballs don't sound all that tasty, and Swedish meatball sounds kind of Swedish. So yeah.
For the last time, I'm Swedish.
Well, except I'm not. I'm Dutch,
Oh, okay.
But Astra is British.
and you're
For the
British.
last time, I'm British.
Yeah, Astra. Since Overwatch all about diversity representation, why aren't you playing Trace all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh?
I actually don't have an answer for that.
I mean, see, is the I think he's the only British character in the entire goddamn game. That's the only representation.
Yeah. I was gonna say maybe more, but she's
Irish,
Irish.
and
Not even Iron.
and that's probably your colonial tendencies talking. You know,
Yeah.
you still have that good old British colonial mindset where it's like, yeah, fucking Ireland is still part of the UK. God damn it!
Fucking wooden white.
Now get back in line, you fucking Irish peasants, you.
And
And-
don't they
and-
starve because they can't. Like, you're an island, you have fish around you, but we must have the potatoes.
Well, they can't fish the fish because they are in EU, and
Mhm.
EU is like no fish.
But fish is, but they want us to eat like less processed meat. But the minute we like, oh, let's go to fish, they're like, no, they just want us to starve. Thank God I'm not part of the E EU.
Obviously.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up how the EU is like, yeah, UK can't fish there. No, you're not allowed to. And entire industries were just wiped off the map because of that.
You broke up again.
It's like, yeah, these fishing waters are in UK, well, in economic zones, but since you're in the EU, you have to let other nations, you know, fish there. Yeah, so are you. You're all roboting. All of you. Yes. GG Discord, G fucking G. Alright, let's some video. No, that's not the one. Server settings.
Oh,
I'm back, and so are you.
Hey.
No, you are Artrix.
Yes, I am Artrix.
Discord.
Discord is being a
Alright,
shit
there's
tonight.
Yeah.
It's been shit since it got made, Artrix.
Sure, whatever.
And it's currently
known, Caddy.
thunderstorming out right now.
Oh.
So that's gonna make things bad.
And
I knew it was gonna storm, but I thought I had a few more hours before that.
anyway. So
In the end, we learned that the true storm was inside us all along.
yes, that's very true. Anyway, what were we talking about anyway? Oh yeah, the new map in Overwatch.
Swedish meatballs.
Oh yeah, and Tracer being the only
About today.
Fish and eel.
Yeah, well,
Tracer being the only British character in the entirety of Overwatch.
It don't make sense. The Brits can't fish, and she's a lesbian.
Hmm?
Oh wow.
I'm pretty sure there's a lesbian joke in there somewhere.
Yes, it's called Tracer.
Yes.
oh. Beautiful.
But we love the cavalry's queer.
Ah.
I haven't heard that one
Cavalry's
yet.
here.
Once
The cavalry's queer. She's gonna. If only she uses her tongue that fast.
Well,
Oh,
here's the thing.
my.
Here's the thing, though. If her tongue is really that fast, I mean, if I was the lucky lady to to be with Tracer, and she would do her thing, I'm not entirely sure if it would even have any sensations of being tracered if she's doing it that fast.
Discord's ruining a perfectly good joke, I'm sure.
Stop voting Discord.
The Discord is being a shit today. Let me try something here. All right, server settings. Let's change it back to central.
3 boobs.
All right, I just switched to another server. Maybe this one isn't as shit.
Oh, okay.
EU Central, okay.
Yes.
The thing's much more bearable. It was at 300 for me at one point. I know
Oh, wow.
there's going to be some, but Jesus.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Anyway, restate your wonderful joke before Edgy Pie cuts me off again.
Okay, so I basically was saying. So imagine you're Tracer, or being the girl that's with Tracer. So
No
she's-
thanks.
and after a wonderful date, you decide to go home to have a little alone time, so to speak. So you just Netflixing and chilling, and yes, and then she's doing her thing with the tongue. But here's the thing: she's so fast that that you hardly notice anything. It's like
I was saying you don't get the sensation of being traced.
yeah, it feels like you're being traced because it's happening so damn fast. It feels more like the slight sensation than actually anything going on down there.
Actually, it happened yesterday because she's misaligned.
Yes. Well, okay. So I have to say, she can use her recall to repeat certain actions. So if she whenever couples having sex, whenever couples having sex and one of them goes, oh yeah, just like that. Well,
Right.
Tracer
Going higher and higher and higher.
Tracer can just repeat it over and over again, well until
Yeah.
You explode.
Discord, stop being a shit!
Discord!
God fucking damn it!
The most emotions I ever heard from Astra in years.
Yes.
Yeah.
I finally get to have a nice podcast with
Astra is a shitload now.
with Astra and company, and Discord decides, I can't do this. We haven't even gotten to what Sekele wants to talk about, and Discord is losing its shit.
well, I can hear you guys now. So at least you get.
Discord, if you don't, I'm going to say this: if Discord doesn't behave, I will hunt them down and I will force them to watch a Nickelback music video.
And
I'm done with
Nickelback.
the people who made Discord if they don't fix it. I have my means. I know government connections. I am not joking.
Government can't take my memes.
I never understood what people have against Nickelback. I mean, I've never been their fan or anything, but
They're just not that good.
I remember
Just
one
really-
song from them. I don't remember what the name of the song was, or what it was about, or how it sounded, but I know it was from Nickelback. It was the one song from Nickelback on the Flat Out 2 soundtrack.
2 songs. Well, actually 3 songs.
Let's look it. Let's look it up. Nickelback.
It's just they're generally not a very good band, and you know how it is. Mediocre is automatically bad. I honestly don't hate them.
Yes,
that
they are
much,
average.
it's just for humor.
Average mainstream grand rock thingy. At least used to be in 2000s.
My cat has decided to join in on the podcast.
Oh.
He's right next to me. Say hi.
Before,
Oh wow.
Funky's not going to say anything. He's a very quiet cat.
Oh, I thought he meowed on command.
No,
Okay,
that was me.
Oh.
There were 2 Nickelback songs on Flat Out 2 soundtrack. Wow.
It's sort of like it's just sort of like one of those stock jokes. It's like, oh, what kind of okay?
There
we
was a
put some
symphony
nuts
of
back.
distraction on that. What? And two songs from Rob Zombie? This had surprisingly okay soundtrack.
It's just Nickelback. It's just kind of a lot of people like Nickelback. It's sort of like
I would also like my Nickelback, thank you.
it's not really how do I yeah. It's just a kind of much word. It's kind of a joke that fell flat because I guess if you like Nickelback, it's like it's a compliment. Oh well, can't please everyone.
well, anyway, before Discord decides to be a shit again, or before we continue talking about the same thing for the rest of the podcast, happy Star Wars Day to you all.
May
Wait,
the force
today-
be with you.
Wait, today's Star Wars Day?
Yes.
Yeah.
May the 4th be with you.
Today is the day we gather here and
Uh,
hang our heads in shame.
that Star Wars is a thing that exists.
Artrix, hang your head in shame.
No. Especially not because of Star Wars.
Have you watched a Star Wars after the prequels?
After the prequels, yeah, only the first one. Like,
Okay, you're part of the problem.
why?
You watched something that's not prequels or the original trilogy.
Okay. Well, I gave it a shot.
And I would like to say that prequels acquired the status of being okay just because of these new movies. Because these new movies are so bad that prequels look good in comparison.
I don't mind the new movies. I just like, I just hate the fact that the fandom can be very,
It's
It's always my problem. My problems always come down to fandom, right? It's just fans can be very toxic human beings.
but that's kind of the thing with the with the
I
new
saw a
movies.
nice analysis of the second new movie. Everybody is incompetent. That's what you can say in the TLDR.
Mhm.
Absolutely everybody.
They retroactively made everyone incompetent, even the characters who originally were competent.
Like Han Solo.
He's dead, Artrix.
Well,
He's not incompetent because he's dead. See, he,
They basically said that every single thing Luke Skywalker and Yoda and Obi-Wan did from the start.
yes, and Luke Hamill doesn't like it. No, seriously, there were several interviews with Mark Hamill, and you can find it. When he gets asked some question, he either does and stares a bit before he answers, or he just flat out says, I don't agree with what the director did. But hey, it's his movie, basically.
You mean the director for the new movies?
Oh, well, the middle one.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not directing the last one.
Come on, Funky, get out of the way.
Yes. Well, Hamill's take on it is that, Luke's a Jedi, and Jedis never give up. And all Luke does in the new movie is he's given up completely on everything, including his sister.
Hmm. That sounds like giving up. It doesn't sound like someone who.
That doesn't sound like the Luke I know. Hashtag not my Luke.
Hmm. I mean, the real Luke Skywalker was basically like a noob, but he worked really hard during the movies, and then he got good. Well, he got good enough to defeat the final boss, and then he was Luke Skywalker.
Well, he didn't really get that good to defeat the
One-
final boss.
One thing that I actually have a question about
You know,
is how
big
did
part-
the
big part of it-
Empire? How did the Empire basically? I thought it was pretty much at its on the ropes in Star Wars Episode 6, right? Return of the Jedi, and then in Episode 7, they're basically they're more powerful than ever. I don't get it. It's like I thought your numbers were basically fucked. And,
But it's
Star
not
Wars
the
6.
Empire, it's the First Order.
I don't give a.
It is.
You
It
know
is.
what I mean.
It's Trudeau, though.
Do.
The big baddies in the new trilogy in the new movies is a completely different entity than the one they faced in the original trilogy.
Except they were the exact same outfits, used the exact same spaceship, and even used similar symbols.
Well,
Well,
as we said, everybody's incompetent.
That, and it's obviously that it's supposed to be
Look, their leader is wearing a bathrobe.
and
A really fancy one, but it's a bathrobe.
and I don't think it's far-fetched to say that it's probably meant to be an analogy between Nazis. So they're like, see how Nazism can come back. It's just they slightly changed the logos a bit, but they're still here, guys.
Let's talk about how Mr. President is pointless.
This was looking shit.
Discord, stop working for the First Order and let us talk in peace.
You can put less surveillance.
I agree. Thank you, Discord, for mangling that message. I think we can call this episode the episode in which Discord fucked us all.
Okay. Hold on. I'm just gonna go and switch servers again, see if that helps. So, server settings. Let's go back to Western Europe. Oh, no, wait.
Let's
Oh,
go
there we
back
go.
where we came from.
Yes. So we're on a different server now.
How does it make you feel?
I'm
Exact.
actually going.
Make you feel.
Come on, Bunky. My cat's in the way, so I can barely use my keyboard. I was going to search and see if something's
Don't
going
use
on.
the
with
key. You don't need a keyboard to talk.
No, I was going to search up on Google.
Unless it's some sort of real, new multimedia keyboard with a microphone at the same time.
I've never seen a keyboard that has a built-in microphone.
Well, then there's a gap on the market.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's make one right now. I'm doing it. I'm making one right now. It's gonna have all the features. It will even.
If I had some duct tape, I would just tape a microphone to the keyboard.
I even made it so it has a cup holder. That's the biggest feature, by the way.
Oh yes, cup holders are important actually.
Yes, I mean.
I saw some more expensive lawnmowers the other day. They had cup holders.
I mean, whenever I'm out to buy a car, I'm like.
Look, Artrix. Cup holders on a lawnmower. Do you know how ingenious that is?
Yes, you're mowing your lawn, and you also want to have a cold one. So you obviously want to have.
Lawn mowing is very difficult task. You are kilometers away from civilization because that's usually where lawn mowing takes you, right?
Yes.
So you can just go back into your house and get a drink.
Then,
You have to pack food and drinks for 3 days.
oh yeah, because your lawn is so big that.
Yes. Obviously, I mean that's why they are making those lawnmower tractors. so we can travel.
I mean, I've been watching some prepper channels. And they talk about
no.
things like bug out
They got
bags.
Artrix.
Yeah, it's like morbid curiosity. It's like, oh, okay, so what are you guys talking about? And like, oh yeah, shit hit the fan scenarios and bug out bags and emergency supplies.
I love those people. They're always making those videos from a bunker, and there are just stacks of tin cans of food behind them.
Actually, no, they were a surprising little amount.
Okay, I was watching the good ones then.
Yeah, these were. Oh yeah, and also their channel's named the City Prepper. So these are city facts, city fags that are preppers. So they're like
they just have their own supermarket.
Yeah, they basically have their miniature supermarket. But they also said that if you are a prepper, you should never tell other people that you're a prepper, because the moment that people know that you're a prepper and shit does hit the fan, then everyone's gonna come for you. You become a target. You don't want to become a target, now do you?
For you.
No,
Yeah.
you.
Oh.
Yes, that's basically how you diffuse them. They're like, I'm gonna get your food, and then you say no, you. Oh, that's some impeccable logic right there. And that's how you save your
Whoa!
that's basically how we save your prepping operations from looters.
Absolutely.
That loot for your loot.
That's rude.
That's also pretty loot, yes. Especially if you also stacked up on porn. Because
Well,
you
who
don't.
isn't? My look, Artrix, if we are facing the fall of civilization, you better have a good stash.
Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure I brought this up before, but when the EOS in the United States in Hawaii was actually activated, so imagine this following scenario. So you live in Hawaii, which is also a big red herring. Like, why would you want to live in Hawaii? But
Yes, it's already
Why is a collection of items that don't have of islands that don't have pasta and butter? Why would anyone want to move there?
yeah, so you live
and
in.
they're in the middle of the sea.
So for some
And it's hot
very
there.
weird reason, you live on Hawaii. Okay, so you live on Hawaii. You
They
probably
don't judge.
you have a 90% chance of working there as a waitress of some kind.
And 70% chance of falling into a volcano.
Yes. Also, yeah, you shouldn't be surprised if when there's a volcano in your living room if you live
Yeah,
there.
like
just saying.
one day you go to your restaurant workplace, and the next day you go to your restaurant workplace, but it's a volcano.
Actually, like there was a George Carlin joke once. He's
Yeah.
like, "Why do people go to Hawaii and then be surprised that they find lava in the living room?"
Yep, that's basically where I got the joke from. So
Well,
So-
I didn't. I did not know about this.
so
I'm just that good.
So yeah, you're just chilling in the Hawaii, just doing your thing, just existing, and then suddenly you hear the modem noises on your radio because
That's
you're
so
on.
Hawaii.
Yeah, that's pretty Hawaii. So you're in your car, you hear the you hear the, you hear the radio noises on the radio, and like, oh my god, it's an ES. So what's going on now? Are we gonna have a volcano? Please don't tell me it's a volcano. So
We
then
had
it's
it
like.
last Saturday.
So it's like, this is Microsoft Sam to tell you that North Korea has fired nuclear weapons. You
Oh,
have
thank God it's not a volcano.
yeah. You have approximately 15 minutes to find shelter. To find shelter. Seek shelter now. Seek shelter now, or you
Seek
will.
chic now.
Seek sheet now.
Yeah.
No.
If you
Look, I read about the Zeldas. Sheik is very capable. He'll help you.
Seek your sheet now.
If
Sheets
it-
are very chic, Astra.
if you
Seek your sheet now.
if you do
Okay,
not
Please don't shit your sheet.
If you do not have a fallout shelter near you, then you should seek out one right now. Or seek shelter with friends and
Please
family.
seek out the nearest vault.
Don't
Ask a gay person to help you.
don't bother
Okay,
saving
person.
any pets. You should have plenty of water and wait for the clear sign to
For the
persist.
saving any pets or children.
Yes. So yeah, you hear that message. You're in your car in Hawaii. You're like, oh fuck, it's not a volcano. It's
I do
a
have a
nuclear
car in the Hawaii. It's like 2 kilometers.
Yes. So you got the heads up that there's a nuclear explosion, but actually you're not in your car. You're at home, because here's the scenario. So you're at home. You hear this message. You're like, okay. So within 50 minutes we're gonna get nuked. I can try and seek shelter and proceed to live the rest of my life in like a gather hunter style, because the entire civilization will be fucked. Or I can just open up a private tab. You have to make sure it's private, and because end of the world and everything. I mean, everything I know and love is gonna be gone in 50 minutes. Like this is
Yes, and if you don't use a private tab, then the future archaeologists will judge you.
exactly. So the end is nigh. The end of life as we know it. So I'm going to open a private tab and I'm going to rip one out. I'm not kidding. That's what
another nuke will launch, so to speak.
And then the thing is, what's going to happen is that the archaeologists of the new species that will take over the Earth will find you undertaking all this rubble and shit. Your skeleton will be in the position of you rubbing one off.
You know what the best part about the story is, Astra?
It's true.
We've actually found an archaeological site in Pempeng, Italy, where we found a poor fucker rubbing mouths.
Well, the volcano's fucking us. I might as well get one off.
He went to Pornhub. He went to Pornhubicus. Pornhubicus.it.
Oh,
on his tablets.
Oh my god, that big wedge tornado's coming, hon. You wanna do something like underneath the sheet? If you know what I mean.
Okay, I looked it up.
Mom, there's a tornado coming. I don't care. If it's gonna blow us away, we might as well blow one off, if you know what I
The
mean.
tornado's coming. So am I. Okay, I looked up the statistics. So, when there was that false alarm about the Haval missile thingy, apparently after it proved to be false, the Pornhub visit rates increased by 48%.
Oh, so it wasn't actually during the false alarm. It was just slightly.
No, it seems that during the alarm, people had some other things to do.
Yeah, they were like, oh, well, I'm going to die, so might as well rip one out. Because I'm not going to bother trying to survive this. I'm probably not even going to notice the explosion. By the time, I notice, I'll be dead. So, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here.
It dropped after the alert by 77%. So people were like, oh shit, well, no time to fap. And then they ran for cover, and then it turned out that it's not a real missile. So like, oh well, back to it.
Well, you see, they followed the 1950s cartoons. There's duck and cover. So they were, covering under a table. And then they got the message. It wasn't false alarm. And then they thought to themselves, well, I am, covering right now. No one can see me.
Yeah, so they just flip out the phone and go into the town.
Zip.
Well, they were ducking covering something, that's for sure.
Yep.
No. I think here's the thing, right? Duck and cover could have a new meaning in the new world. Whenever a nuclear blast is coming, instead of duck and covering and supposedly protecting yourself, just you and your significant other duck underneath something, cover yourselves up, and have one last,
Fling.
Yeah, one last fling, yeah. And then the UK is going to come and go, hey, you got a license to do that? And you just gotta find your wall. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
And obviously you made the situation worse by saying that the last, what you call it, the last intimate moment is gonna be the bomb.
Mm-hmm. You know, when you're in the UK,
and then you get arrested, you know.
when
That's unallowed arming yourself, saying the bomb.
also that's grossly offensive.
Look, words can hurt people.
Exactly. But yeah, if you're gonna do that in the UK, you should at the very least go to the secret nuclear bunker, which is, you know, very clearly signposted over there.
I love that exists. That's like, can you keep a secret?
It's a tourist trap. Don't worry about it. Like,
I know, but still, it's like they just put a fucking sign.
Wait.
They couldn't even come up with something creative. It's like,
hey, do they have a license for that bunker?
They probably do. Though that was like in 2011 or 2010 even. So maybe things have changed. Maybe just
it's like with those nunchucks. I'm not sure if it was UK or Sweden or some country, but they banned the nunchucks. You know, those heavy sticks with a chain in between them, because you could strangle people with that.
Oh, okay. So
never mind, it's a martial weapon. There's a chain. You might strangle somebody.
So the real question becomes: am I allowed to go into Sweden now? Because I'm pretty sure I can strangle someone with my bare hands.
You have to leave
especially, you know, considering the way Sweden is going. I'm pretty sure if I go there, I'll be the manliest motherfucker in a 2,000 kilometer radius. It's like
I don't know. Those immigrants are pretty sharp.
Artrix, if you have even an ounce of testosterone, you're not allowed in Sweden. We all know that.
Yeah, but there's the thing. I'll go to their border, and you know, I don't even do anything. I just exist, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, mister. Sorry for standing in your way, even though we don't."
No, Artrix. You go up to the border booth, and you knock on the window, and the person behind the counter doesn't even look at you. Like, "Are you brown?" And then you say, "No." And like, "Well, go away."
But then I just walk in because,
looking, indeed.
Yeah.
Or you can just say you are brown because they're not controlling that.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter either way. Also, I can just say I'm an EU citizen, and since you guys, you know, like the EU so much, I should just be able to walk in. Except apparently there's the plan. A very evil plan.
Just walks in the border guys at Triangle Stop and he's like, I'm an EU.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If I get there by car, and my car isn't electric by the year 2025 or something like that, I'm not allowed in. So they're like, is your car electric? I'm like, no. I'm like, yep, fuck off. You're not allowed in.
But my car is older than the law.
But then I say, well, there's a car battery in my car. Doesn't make it electric. And then they're silent.
And then they're stumped.
Yeah, and then I say, checkmate, atheists. I just continue on driving.
Checkmate, environmentalists.
Also, then again, how also are they're not exactly the kind of people that are gonna stop me anyway.
Yes.
Well, time to switch servers again. All right, no, that's the wrong tab again. Oh, server settings.
Yeah.
In before I accidentally delete the entire server. No, there we go. Save changes. All right, how about now?
There you go.
Ah,
Did
there
you
we go.
migrate again, Artrix?
Yes, I just migrated to Central Europe.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'll at my home.
This episode needs to be named Digital Refugees.
Anyway, we have about 10 minutes left, so
And we haven't talked about a single thing. Good job.
yeah,
I
this
should
is
seriously stop preparing topics because we never get to them.
Yes,
Then-
talking
then-
about topics, there was that whole thing with Kanye.
yep. That's probably the one that we all want to talk about, isn't
He
it?
decolonized himself.
I actually really wanted to talk about a cyclist topic because I actually kind of like to look at that thing that he when introduced. But I don't want to talk about it for him, you know.
I don't think there's much to say about Kanye West, to be honest.
He managed to decolonize himself.
Yeah,
Just went is like, look, you are all very mean to Trump. I don't agree with him. I don't agree with everything anybody says. Why can't we just like each other? And that makes him outright apparently.
well, you see, he stepped out of line because his liberal overlords tell him that he's a victim. You're a victim because you're black, and he's like, fuck no. Jesus fuck. Discord's being a shit again. I'll switch servers again.
Try American.
Seriously, I might actually do that. US East, so it's still kind of close. Oh, there we go. We are on the US server now.
Okay.
Also, Astra died it.
Oh, she didn't make it.
This might actually just be restarting Discord, but we'll find out soon enough. Anyway, Kanye West. Oh.
I'm just gonna say now that the cat's moved away, I'm gonna see if something's going on with Discord. Anyway, yeah, Kanye West. He's weird. What's new?
He's really weird. Isn't he the guy that was the butt of the joke of the fish dicks joke in South Park?
Beep.
I think so.
I think I finally connected.
Yes, you did.
Good. So yes, Kanye was Kanyeing around, and like you should stop listening to what the media tells you and just live your fucking life and be a person. And then he's a Nazi.
Well, he did bring the very radical notion that yes, we're all individuals, and yeah, that didn't jive well with the mainstream media.
I actually like a piece of interview with when he's in prison.
Jesus fucking Christ, Discord, what the fuck are you doing?
He's doing again.
Discord. I think Discord's Discord's reporting no problems. I think they want to know about this.
All right, let's see. I'm just gonna switch back to your server, see if that.
Don't blame me.
All right, well, I'm connected to the server, but I don't know about you guys.
Well, I hear you.
Oh, all right, that's good.
Yes.
I
No.
can hear you now, at least.
Oh, okay. So now it's Sekele.
Try and finish the thought.
Hmm?
Kanye basically said that like the ideological system of current America is a prison, and he didn't want to say like slavery, because slavery is now connected to black people exclusively, just like Holocaust is connected to Jews. Natalie Portman did say that there were many Holocausts in history, and that's why she's the enemy of Israel #1 now. No, really, they hate her now. They wanted to revoke her citizenship and everything.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking so. Yeah, so Kanye is like, this is a prison, and the prison is what makes us all people. And I'm just like, that's a pretty insane idea, that you have to realize that there's an ideology that makes everybody basically like a prisoner, because it takes your rights and dictates what you should do. And that's like this retarded thing, that like this taking away of your rights is the thing that connects people and makes them people on the same level. How retarded is that? He's very right when he says that people maybe should just like each other instead.
But love is not progressive,
Aw. That's sad.
Well, here's one thing. Here's one thing we can take from Kanye West in his recent statements, which is that he promotes a victor mentality. We
Alright.
you know, right now a lot of people are very much into the concept of I'm a victim, and please feel sorry for me.
Yes.
I'm roboting.
This was
Jesus Christ, Discord. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Well, it's time to change servers again. Save changes.
yes.
Alright, now we can actually hear each other again.
Yes. The idea of
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna name this episode the time Discord fucked up.
it's digital refugees, Artrix. Get your facts straight.
Yeah.
Else I'm pretty much done drawing this character anyway.
Also, there's a game Battletech, and they decided to add a pronoun they into the game.
Not they.
Yes, they added they, and also
Zur.
they put in some descriptions on how diverse the cultures in the game are. You know, it's like who knows how what century, I don't know what the game is about except mechs. So you have people and they are in mechs and they battle it out. I don't think the third gender is something that concerns those people. Anyway, somebody gave them a bad review on Steam because of that, and also because the game crashes for some people. And then they flagged the review as being not nice, so it doesn't
Show up
display or
anymore.
something. Yeah. Okay, so
Fascist.
well, it's also retarded because that's how people not buy your game. Like you want to lose money because that's how you lose money.
Oh yeah, there was
I
also
did not know this game existed, but now I don't want to buy it.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing. Also, what's it called? Wait a moment. I need to Google this one because I forgot what the name was. One of those key resellers, basically. Let's see. Yes, Green Men Gaming. It's one of those key resellers which I don't like because usually it means that the developers get less money. And Gaben gets less money. If you like Gaben, I don't like Gaben. I would not like to feed him, but hey, that's the reality we live in. That
Wait,
is the future you choose.
Wait, you don't like Gaben?
No, he's
Oh.
too fat. He keeps eating people's money and doesn't do anything.
That's very true.
Anyway, yes, so Green Man Gaming, the key reseller, apparently has news updates. You know what? A beautiful article they made. I can read you the title because it's beautiful. Battletech gender pronouns generates trolling on Reddit. I guess that's the finish. Yes, trolling backlash. It's not just trolling, Artrix, it's trolling backlash.
Not trolling.
In the words of Inigo Montoya, the word you keep using, I don't think it means what you think it means. Look, these people, these fucking normies, they don't have the faintest idea what trolling is. Now they think that trolling is just any disagreement with them. And you know, trolling is going on the internet and making a post with an opinion that you pretend you are taking seriously while you are not taking it seriously.
Yes.
So usually it's a really extreme retarded opinion, and then you watch out for people who take you seriously and try to explain it to you, and then you have laughs. Well, in the new definition, it's just, you know, people disagreeing with you. Which,
But isn't that the definition of rape now?
probably. But if you think about it, if they, let's presume they are not fucking retards or just normies that don't understand what a trolling is. It's a art. Let's assume they actually know the definition. In that case, assuming that they understand the definition of trolling, and at the same time that anything that disagrees with them is trolling, they must think that their opinion is the only universal opinion that everybody has. And if you have a different opinion, you are saying that on purpose, while not having that different opinion.
You're not allowed to have a different
Like no
opinion.
matter what way, no matter what way you interpret this, it ends up being really retarded. Like that's your above average level of retardedness.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much at this point, if you don't agree with someone 100%, you're trolling. I mean, that's
Yes,
just,
that's what look.
I
That's
don't
what I
get,
said.
I don't get why that mentality is so prevalent. Mainly because, like,
Because liberal.
Well, yeah, well, look, two options from what I said. The way I look at it, either they have absolutely no idea how internet works, which is a very large percent of chance on that, or they just think that no other opinion than the one they have is a real opinion, and every person who has a different opinion is just trying to do that on purpose to stir up trouble while thinking the same thing, I guess. I don't know. Look, I am retarded. A lot. I'm high on the level of the retardedness spectrum. Yes, it's a spectrum, everything's a spectrum these days.
Yes.
But this kind of retardedness is like way above my power level. I can measure up to this.
It's over 9,000. Anyway,
Exactly.
I think we can jam in one small micro topic before we end this episode, because
wanted to talk,
yeah,
right?
he wanted to talk about something, but the you know
Talk about a lot of things, but yeah.
well we can in part blame
Yeah.
Discord for it, because well it's
I will blame this code fully.
Really, we can blame Radio Rothingham for it because
Yeah, Artrix, it's your fault.
everything is my fault.
Especially global warming. Because
Oh, yeah.
hey,
Especially global warming.
So, the one topic I really want to bring up, because it makes some parts of it may no longer be not accurate, but
Relevant.
by the next week, is
Oh.
the anniversaries. More specifically, that there is a shit ton of anniversaries this year.
Oh, that's true. That's true. For Slovakia and for the Slovakia to the west.
From others, yes, there is the fact that Slovakia has joined the European Union.
Okay, let's think about something more positive, like the communists.
So basically, I'll just start are anime related, but some of these are cartoon related.
Slovakia is an anime, confirmed.
Pretty awesome. I think our history is batshit crazy enough to work as an anime. Let's start with the shit that will no longer be relevant next week. So this week is celebrating its 2nd year anniversary.
What is celebrating its 2nd year anniversary?
It.
It
Oh.
started this week 2 years ago.
Radio Rothingham.
Well, Radio Rothingham started about 2 years ago. That's right. No, that's not right. It started.
Are we anime Artrix?
It actually started 3 years
Did it
ago.
start this week?
It started in 2015, so that would be 3 years.
The other shit. Cartoon Network of Latin America is celebrating its 25th anniversary this
Wow.
year. And I am mentioning it because it is actually doing a much better job at celebrating their 25th anniversary than the regular Cartoon Network did last year. Last year was Cartoon Network's, like the regular Cartoon Network's 25th anniversary. They barely acknowledged it. They did post some online bumpers and some online, clips to like acknowledge it that we have our 25th anniversary, but they didn't.
30-second clip with the number 25, isn't it?
Basically, they did nothing out of the ordinary. Now, Cartoon Network of Latin America, who is celebrating now, has been celebrating for this entire month.
Ooh.
They had shows. They had they had marathons of their past programs, like a foreign division of them in Latin America, nonetheless, and they do a much better job celebrating their anniversary than the main network in the USA.
Well, they know how to make a carnival.
Hmm. I would assume that, yes.
Conga, conga, conga.
No, but yeah, Cartoon Network Latin America seems to be.
They are on the rise right now. I mean, from what I've seen, they are currently doing better than the main network. Like Latin America takes Cartoon Network seriously.
Well, the original one even had like a little flirt with live action content. Like I actually recently watched the review for Inside Timmy's Head or whatever it was. It's basically like it's basically like a live action movie about this kid that has schizophrenia.
A low budget Roger Rabbit.
Yes.
Low budget Roger Rabbit.
It was really retarded, and the animation looked pretty bad, and the story didn't make any sense because lol, it's a kids movie, so why even fucking bother? Am I right?
It was basically
Easiest cop out of the millennium.
Hmm.
That's a fucking cop out, and we all know it.
Also, I'm pretty sure that. Oh, go ahead.
About a kid who got head injury in a theme park, and to prevent lawsuit, they give him a brain transplant, which is actually the brain of an old era animator. But somehow the kid retains its personality instead of it being the old animator inside the kid's head.
Yes.
And so Walt Disney's plan to take over the world failed.
He said that the guy was basically a stand-in for Walt Disney, but his works looked a lot more like old Hanna-Barbera than old Disney.
Well, that kind of makes sense considering that that Cartoon Network is mostly Hanna-Barbera content with some Warner Brothers sprinkled in. I mean, that Turner basically owned the entire Hanna-Barbera catalog.
When it started.
Mm? Yes. I mean, obviously it's changed. Anyway, go ahead.
Shit celebrations. This year also Shonen Jump. So for those people who don't know what that is, it's the people responsible for stuff like Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach, and so on.
I see.
Yes? See?
Alright guys, roboting again.
Beep.
Guy is better than this. What the fuck?
What?
You're cutting out, dude.
No, you.
What's the last thing you heard from me?
Something about the transfusion, and most of the content used to be Hanna-Barbera on Cartoon Network, except of course recent.
Basically, when Cartoon Network started, most of their content was re-airing old Hanna-Barbera cartoons with some Looney Tunes in it.
Which is now basically the entire premise of Boomerang. So.
So, yes? No.
No.
We're listening.
Here?
Yes.
Okay. Speaking of shitty anniversary celebrations, Shonen Jump.
Oh yeah, you brought that up. Shonen Jump.
Who are those basically behind stuff like Dragon Ball, Bleach, One Piece, Naruto?
Not One Piece, not.
They are having their 50th anniversary. Too impressed because in the past
It actually meant something.
basically right now during the past anniversaries they have a contract with Konami Not Konami, Namco Bandai. Namco Bandai basically has the license properties and make game adaptations out of. Throughout their past anniversaries, they would usually do some massive crossover video game,
Okay.
mostly fighting. The last one they made was for the opportunity of their 45th anniversary. Their 50th anniversary, like half a century, okay, like half a century, they freaking released 2 mobile phone apps.
Okay, that sounds pretty shit.
Mobile are the future.
One of them is basically a Candy Crush clone. It's a trading card game simulator. A trading card game but on a phone. Kidding.
So that's the legacy of Shonen Jump. They just have a shitty phone app where you can trade cards.
Like the last game they released for their 45th anniversary was a fighting game on the PS4.
Oh yeah, that sounds like it's got actual effort put in too.
Which actually got even released in the USA, and as far as licensed games go, it was pretty good.
But which one was it again? Because
Stars Victory.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've actually seen about that. I mean, I've seen the recent Dragon Ball Vidya, which actually looks pretty good. I'm not sure it plays any good.
Thus, basically, since Shonen Jump has a contract with Namco, a pretty good developing company, the Namco basically handles most of their licensed games, so they tend to be good. You have the 50th anniversary, you would expect them to do something better, but no, just freaking mobile phone apps.
Oh, the mighty have fallen.
I mean, freaking mobile phones are ruining gaming.
Well, you'll either die a hero or see yourself become a mobile app developer.
And anyway, were those roughly speaking the things you want to bring up, or is there one more thing that you really want to?
There are like 3 more anniversaries. I'll just briefly go over them.
Alrighty, because kind of stressed for time now.
There's basically the 50th anniversary of Gegege no Kitaro.
None of those are worth.
Yeah, so basically an old anime, now it has 50th anniversary. So a remake was released. One of the more notable things is that the first episode starts with them killing off Logan Paul. Logan Paul at the start of the first episode, and he dies.
Oh wow. Did he actually react to that himself? Like, oh, would you look at that there? They're depicting my gruesome death.
There is also the 50-year anniversary of another series, Ashita no Joe. As part of its anniversary, released a new anime, which is a reimagining. It's called Box, which is basically the original Ashita no Joe, which was about a homeless man in post-World War II Japan trying to get out of poverty, in part in bomb fights. And this version takes place in a dystopian future. Actors are basically also boxers, but with Deus Ex style cybernetic enhancements.
So it's kind of like Samurai Jack.
It's largely the same as the original. Also, it's awesome as hell. Like, seriously, I recommend it. It strongly resembles Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, that sounds pretty relevant to my interests.
It's also the 50 years anniversary of Go Nagai's career as a manga artist.
And he's responsible for what?
His most well-known works are Devilman, which recently had the remake by Netflix.
Memes.
Reactions about the remake, but whatever. Zinger and Grandizer, which are basically giant robots. Tutti Honey, which is arguably the very first Magic Girl anime ever created. Well, manga ever created.
Pretty sure the first Magic Girl anime was Joan of Arc.
Maybe. But I will give some notes to Tutti Honey because it has some interesting history. He basically created the character.
Beep.
Yeah, you still there? Well, I can hear you, Xaverius, but
I can't hear the other Xaverius.
oh,
The one from Slovakia.
so
Also, I can hear the Artrix.
yes, you can hear me. Ah, he's back, but can we hear him? That's the real question.
Can he hear us? Can you hear yourself? Wait, no.
I can try switching servers one more time. Alright, let's see, server settings. Let's set it to Western Europe. Server changes.
Pretty sure there's a song with one more time in the lyrics, but I
One
can-
more time. Da, 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 da. Anyway, yeah, you're muted now. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah, there we
Hello.
go. We can hear you now.
Hi.
where did I end? Where did I leave off?
We were so scared that we forgot.
Basically, point is he created a female superhero
Oh, yeah,
for
that's-
the purpose of fan service. Like he basically just had his only intention.
Woman!
Apparently, the character turned out to be extremely popular among female readers.
You know what they say? Sexual empowerment and everything.
Basically, it ended up creating the entire genre of magical girl.
And yeah, that's definitely something I can, live with.
So it's kind of like Bayonetta.
Yes, except more kawaii.
That's actually a pretty good comparison. Only that it was back in the 70s.
Yeah, well, I liked how everybody was like, oh no, Bayonetta has boobs, we should ban her. And women are like, yeah, we have boobs too, we like that.
Yeah, and also we like boobs. We like having them. We like looking at them. What are you talking about? when designer was a woman, she likes boobs.
Part of the 50th anniversary of Go Nagai's career, they did in fact start a Tutti Honey new anime, which is very, very faithful to the original manga, so is lewd as hell. To
Naturally.
watch a lewd superhero series, watch it.
Anyway, are those the
Anime.
anniversaries you want to bring up?
Plus, next year, Weekly Shonen Magazine and Shonen Sunday, who are Shonen Jump's two biggest competitors, are going to celebrate their 60th anniversaries.
Okay, so they're kind of having a anniversary off right now. You're like, there we go, got an image, and Discord can't load it because reasons. So I'll click the link. I'll click it for you. That looks pretty sexy, almost too hot for YouTube, but it's just
It
barely.
was the 70s.
Yes.
It was the 70s, so.
Thankfully, we are not YouTube.
No, we are entirely independent of YouTube. YouTube has nothing to do with us.
Yes, we can get banned in new exciting ways.
anyway, I think I am going to end this episode because it's been going for quite some time now.
We've had a lot of tech issues.
We had a lot of tech issues, which is why I let it go on for a little longer.
And going and going and
So-
going and going.
So I hope you enjoyed that clusterfuck of an episode.
And going and
I also hope you enjoy Xaverius going all crazy. And,
He's become the Energizer Bunny.
Yes.
And going and going. Yes, basically. That.
Why couldn't Discord have fucked up now?
Yes.
I
So yeah, this episode was sponsored by Discord. They paid me all the money to showcase their wonderful software.
I was referencing one Monty Python sketch, but you are
Yes.
uncultured, so you don't get it.
And let's see you guys next time for another episode, I guess.
Fine.
So, bye.
Or blah.